So welcome back guys to our new tutorial. So here I want to be talking about something different from what we've been talking about, just making this printf more powerful than it was. And here what we're gonna use is the conversion characters. We're gonna be talking about conversion characters. First let's do away with all this because we don't need it. So we are talking about conversion characters. So something like this, alright? So when we talk about conversion characters, is to make the printf more powerful. Like we wanna print something from a different part rather than writing it directly. So first let's have the printf before we get started. So this is the printf that we're talking about, and inside this, as we always say that this one printf tells the compiler that print everything within the parentheses. So what if we want to print something but not just directly writing it into the parentheses? What do? Now that's what we call about conversion characters. So conversion characters basically are just placeholders, as I told you. They're just hold the names for something or whatever you want to print on screen. So for instance, let me say that I want to print a statement using a conversion character for a character. So here when we call a conversion character, we use we use the %s. So inside %s we are calling for a character. Like let's say that %s is the best programmer ever. So that's one print. So we break to a new line. That's one print. So before we print that, what we do next, we come here, give a comma outside the two parentheses, the closing double quotation mark. Outside it, we give a comma. After a comma, we give other two double quotation marks, like that. So whatever we want the %f to print is what we type. So for this case, we're gonna say Manzolo. Manzolo is the best programmer ever. That's what say %f is the best programmer ever. What we're calling for is Manzolo is the best programmer ever. So check out on this. My compiler is a little bit slow, but we're gonna show up. That is it, you got it. Manzola is the best programmer ever. So it depends with what you wanna print. Like wanna add two characters, let's say Manzola is the best programmer ever. Yeah, that's the sum we're having now. But if you want to add something else, let's say Manzolo is the best programmer. Let's say Manzolo is the best as a programmer. That's our first statement. But let's say but percent two is good. And programming, let's say such a statement and programming, right? So what do, we come here and add another comma, double quotation mark, and say Almeida. So this is just tell the compiler that print a function on the screen that %s is a programmer, but %s2 is a good programmer, is good in programming. Then break to a new line. So it wanna call for first is wanna call for Manzolo, it wanna call it to be called by this %f. Then this second %s wanna call Almeida. So check out on this. We just tell the compiler that you can call that name from that particular point. Because as I already told you, a conversion character is just a placeholder. So like this %f holds a name for Manzolo. This second %s hold a name for Almeida. So I got it, and you can check out on this. So you see, Manzolo is a programmer, but Almeida too is a good is good in programming. So you can check out. Percentage was the placeholder for Manzolo, the first percentage. The second percentage it was for Almeida. So you can check out that it's doing what we actually wanted. So don't get confused with that conversion character. It is a very strong tool in C programming because the C codes somehow look different, but it's very amazing. So what about one write about numbers, or we're gonna write about decimal places? What do we do? So for example, let's get out with this one. So we say like we don't have to do that. So for me, I do take meatballs. So let's say I ate percent D meatballs last night. So that's what I want to talk about. So percent D is used to call for decimal. When talking about decimal, talking about integers or whole numbers. That's the function of percent D. So for example, I give a comma and say 9. No, I want to use, let me say 12. Yeah, 12 is okay. So I ate percent D meatballs last night. When I'm talking about this, what we basically mean is I ate 12 meatballs last night. So for here, you see it's a little bit different from what we did in the character conversion for percentage characters. We use the double quotation marks, but here we're not using double quotation marks because we are dealing with numbers. So get that difference that in the previous one we are using percent S. So here we had put the double quotation, but now we are using percent D. So you're not using double quotation marks. So it's check out on this. I don't know why this compiler is too slow. But I think here it is gonna click up right now. So got the difference. I ate 12 meatballs last night. So you gotta see that it has given us what we wanted, but you're not breaking to a new line. So let's break here to a new line so they can look appealing a little bit. But that is what all about the whole numbers. If you want a whole number, you need percent D. Percent D is used to call for the whole numbers, stroke integers. Or a decimal, it doesn't have what we call a float. A float is one we call a decimal, so it doesn't have decimal points. It is a whole number. That's why we use percent D. It used to call whole number. So you see, I ate 8 meatballs last night. So let's try to call an integer. I mean what we call it, a float. All right, percent F. So I ate. You cannot eat meatballs with the decimal places. I want to use to say that pi is percent F, and then I come here and I say 22.0 over 7. You can use also mathematical operators there. Whatever you can do, you can use mathematical operators. It doesn't care. The compiler does everything you are given it to do. So like pi is percent F 22.0 over 7. Let's build this one. So here it is. Check it out. Pi is 3.14257. That is doing perfect and exactly what we were expecting. It has returned a decimal point. That's why we used percent F, percent float. So what if we want like different decimal places? We want 2 decimal places, we want to display to 3 decimal places, one display to 4 decimal places. What do we do? So again, copy this one. You know, I'm lazy and typing. So let's copy this one. Press it again, and press it again. So let's say if you want to use the normal pi is this one, then it's let's come this one and say, so for you to add a decimal place number, we want to 2 decimal places, 1 to 3 decimal places, so 3 4. You do this, you come give a period 0.2. You see that one? For you want 0.3. For you want 0.5. full. And let's do this one for the -0.8. So we want to get the difference of what we mean. Alright? So let's call this one pi 1, right? We call this one pi 2. We call this one pi 3. We call this one pi 4. We call this one pi 5. So we want to print all the pi on the screen and see the changes. We call it the normal percent F, the 0.2% F, the percent 0.2, percent 0.3, percent 0.4, percent 0.5. So let's get started about this one. Just to give you all what you need to print the decimal points, you need 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't care about that, but what we care about is how we call the character. This is, we're talking about conversion characters. So check out on this one. So the first part, normal pi that we had at first is 3.14257. The second, to do decimal places, 3.14. Yeah, to 3 decimal places is 3.143. It has rounded off 2 to 3. To 4 decimal places, 3.1429. You get it? It rounded up because 5 is above 7. Then to we say 8. 1, 4, 2, 3, 8. That will 5, 7, 1, 4, 8. So you see, that's how you can declare that you want to have 8 decimal places, 2 decimal places, or whatever you want. So that is the work of percent %f. It gives you what we need for your number of decimal places. So mostly features percent %f, percent %s, percent %d. They're used in the conversion characters. So much important for you. You get equipped with them, you make better programs, because where I'm heading to is bigger. Stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Let's meet in the next tutorial where I'll be talking about new things in C, making C better. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Bye bye.